Johnny, what the hell is going on with the farmers? The farmers in Europe especially. The farmers, Johnny? Well, it seems this sort of stuff hasn't really hit in Australia. Not anything the Ask Johnny channel can find out about anyway, Johnny. Yes, elaborate. But by Jesus, in Europe and in Ireland and all those sort of places, there's a genuine fear that farmers are going to be pushed out of business. Yeah, what sort of shit are we talking about? And it's all a sort of a plot from the elites in the World Economic Forum, and they're going to take over. I'll let Joe Rogan explain it.
Have you seen what happened in Europe with the farmers?
I've been watching that, yes.
Oh, Joe. Come on, Joe.
Let's explain what we're talking about.
All right, well, maybe you should explain what you've seen. I've watched massive protests of farmers who are increasingly angry and organized about regulations that make farming increasingly difficult, unproductive, and unprofitable.
Oh, Jesus Christ! But Johnny, farmers have been around for bloody, well, a long time.
If I was a conspiratorially minded person, what I would say is what they're trying to do is take over these farms. And the best way to do that is to enact legislation and rules that limit their profitable... Well, first of all...
Now, we're a suspicious bunch of bastards here too at the Ask Johnny channel. Yes, of course. And I reckon that seems to be a feasible move that's happening. Holy shit, Johnny. I mean, it all does seem incredulous, Johnny, that all this is happening. And, the farmers are farmers and they've been bloody growing the crops since we were fucking cavemen.
And for whatever reason, they have decided to enact these harsh limitations on these farmers' abilities to provide food for people.
Who the hell else is going to grow our bloody food?
Cynically, when I look at something like that, I'm like, I think what they would do is do that, cripple the farmers' ability to make money, the farms go under, they take over, they control the food supply.
Right.
Jesus Christ! Now it's thought that they'll use this bloody power they'll get because it'll be an emergency. We'll have no food. The farmers are going out of business and there's going to be a famine and everyone will shit themselves.
If you take the objective of the game as power and control,
yeah,
then it's pretty clear.
That's the best way to control the food supply. I mean, you just put the farmers out of business.
Who's going to challenge you if their ability to eat requires them to embrace whatever nonsense you're feeding them?
And all you would have to do is start some sort of famine and just make it very difficult for people to get food, and people panic.
And they'll use that for you, Johnny. Yes, they'll use it. Yeah, right. To push on us genetically modified food using vast crops with robots fucking picking it all and watering it all that sort of shit.
And when people panic, especially people with limited resources and limited financial ability, they concede.
They do.
And that's what we saw during the pandemic. I mean, it was a great test run to see how much control you can really have over people as soon as you have some sort of major issue that everyone globally has to deal with.
Yeah, and it'll all be done under the guise of we're helping out humanity. Thank God we elites are here. Do you really think, Johnny, that they're going to care about the average person? Johnny, it just seems another bloody thing we've got to worry about. While we're worrying about wars and all sorts of shit and new disease X's or whatever they call them. And in will swoop, like the Lone Ranger, Johnny. In will swoop the big bloody billionaires and say, we're here, never fear. Don't fear, folks. We're here to bloody take over the food production. And we're the ones who are going to control everything. Well, I suppose we don't have to worry about it. We can just ignore it. Like most of the population.
As much as people who look for conspiracies and everything, there are also people who try to dismiss everything. And you have to be very careful because there are a lot of things that people do conspire to do.
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!